the channel. I know it has been a while, and so we are going to do some catching up today so I can tell you where I've been. If you are new to the channel, my name's Angie, and on this channel we budget, save, and share together. So let's just dive right in. So the last time I talked to all of you was at the end of summer, very beginning of August, and I think the last thing I said was I was taking a break because I was preparing for the start of school here and for my dad to have surgery. Well, guys, we have had so many things happen since then. My dad did have his surgery and everything went well, and he is doing fantastic. He's still at home recovering and going through physical therapy, so he has another procedure for his eyes, but other than that, he really is doing really great and recovering well. So thank you all for all the prayers and well wishes. Now, you all know that my husband has some heart issues, and I've talked about that before on the channel. And so a few days before my dad's surgery, he went back in the hospital again, you all, and this time it was to stay. So his doctor called and she said basically that he had reached a point where they felt like he had been at home safely for as long as he could be, and it was time for him to come in now. So that was devastating for us to finish the summer. We knew eventually that time would come. We just weren't expecting it, even though I say so soon, but my husband's had a VAD for 5 years, and he'd been sick with heart issues long before that. So he was admitted in the hospital a few days before my dad's surgery, and with no plan of when he would come home, because the plan was for him to stay until he got a heart transplant. So you all, that started the craziness. And then, if you recall, I had taken on extra responsibilities this school year. So at that point, I was swamped trying to deal with my dad's surgery, him being in the hospital, trying to get the kids things ready for back to school, and then preparing my own classroom. And then we had, for the first time ever, as long as I have taught for my district, they did like this crazy training this year that took the last week and a half of summer, and we weren't allowed to get into our classrooms. So that added a whole different level of stress. So between all of that, trying to run our house, driving back and forth because he was in the hospital in another state, so he's a few hours away. So that always just makes for a hard time, because then we're running back and forth between things at home and up there where he was. So, we could keep his spirits up as we were going through this process. And they told us, make the hospital like home. So we had brought a lot of things from home just to kind of help make him comfortable, because we knew he was there for the long haul. Well, you guys, August 31st, and I don't think I'll ever forget this day, we got the call that they had a heart for my husband. And I couldn't believe it. I was at work. My principal actually came up to get me and because we were testing, and so I missed his call, and he called again. He just called the school for them to have me come downstairs. So I was just shocked. I was like, I can't believe it. We've waited so long, and it was finally time. And as I was running back up the stairs, I just had to stop in the hallway, just breathe for a minute. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like we were excited, but we were scared too, because we knew how risky this was for him, because he already has had his chest open multiple times. And so, this was a good thing, but a scary thing. So just to make a long story short, we had a long, 48 hours. The procedure ended up being delayed after we got up there to the following day. So on September the 1st at 2:15, he went in for surgery. And you all, it was 15 hours, the longest wait of my life. 15-hour surgery, but by that Saturday morning, September the 2nd, at around 5, they brought him back up to the floor and put into the intensive care. And so I think I had been awake at that point for, a full 48 hours. I'm not even sure how I drove out of there. And so, but his surgery went really well, and we were just thankful. We prayed for that family and their loss and just the gift that they gave to ours. So we were just so thankful, and because, 5 years ago, we weren't even sure if we were going to make it to this point. So but he is doing well. He came home a couple days ago, so he spent a total of 49 days in the hospital. And so now we're just trying to get used to this new normal. So you all haven't heard from me because we have just been crazy busy and going through this process. And as if we weren't going through enough, then I had my own health scare, and I was thinking that just stressed me out too. So, and just keeping that to myself, because I was thinking I don't want to worry my parents and my dad with his recovery, and I certainly didn't want to add any extra strain on our poor kids who have dealt with enough. And so I had to go back to the breast care center because they saw something that they were concerned about, and so then they had to do an ultrasound and all of those things. But you all, I am so thankful to report that everything came back negative and I am fine. And that was a relief. It was just a relief. But that's it. So that's what's been going on. And so honestly, I just have not had the time to get on here. However, I'm going to start trying to make my videos again. I have made some new savings challenges and started posting those again because I had taken a break from that too. I just kind of went quiet, so just trying to balance everything else. But I am excited about sharing with you all again, and you all, it just all seems so surreal. I still can't believe what's happened these last couple months. Like I said, we are so blessed, and I'll start. I don't know. I completely lost my father. So again, happy October. I'll be sharing the goals that I've set for this month. And really, guys, my goals are just to focus and get back on track. Because I'm going to be honest, with everything that was going on, I did not perfectly track everything because that was a small fire compared to everything else that we were dealing with. So I guess we'll talk next time.